Hi, Algebra 1. This is for worksheet 9.6, and it will also go over the review, which I will give you later in the period. So problem number 1, they want us to go y equals 2x plus 4 quantity squared minus 3. So the vertex is opposite of that, so negative 4, same as that, negative 3. Done. Number 2, we have y equals negative x minus 7 quantity squared plus 8. The vertex is going to be opposite of that and same as that. Problem number 3, we have y equals 1/2 x plus 1 quantity squared. To find the vertex, opposite of that. And we have nothing back here, and nothing in math is 0. Number 4, let's see if I can make this a little nicer. Number 4, they want us to start graphing it. So let's put number 4. We have y equals x minus 5 quantity squared plus 4. We want to find the vertex. It's going to be opposite and same. So 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 4. Put a dot right there, which is 5 comma 4. We also want to find the axis of symmetry, which is always the x component of the vertex. You label it as x equals. You can draw it in if you want. It's not necessary. We then want to find the y-intercept. That means I'm going to plug 0 in for x. Use our equation. So 0 minus 5 quantity squared plus 4, which is negative 5 quantity squared plus 4. That's going to give me 25 plus 4. So that's 29. So that's going to be way up tall on our graph, so we don't have to worry about graphing that. And then it's asking us about the x-intercepts. Well, we don't know about the x-intercepts yet. So we have a 1 out front. So our 135, we would multiply times 1. So I'm going to go right 1 up 1, left 1 up 1, right 1 up 3, left 1 up 3. So there's our parabola. Okay, is this parabola going to cross the x-axis? And the answer is no. So you just go ahead and write no solution. Okay, no solution is different than the one that would actually cross, because we can't, it will never cross there. Okay, so if we had been working out this type of problem, it would mean if we use the quadratic formula on it, we would get a negative under the square root. Okay, number 5. We have y equals negative 2 x plus 1 quantity squared. Let's find our vertex. Our vertex is going to be opposite of that, so negative 1, and there's nothing there, so that's going to be 0. So negative 1, 0 is right there. Our axis of symmetry is always the x component of the vertex, so label it as x equals negative 1. The y-intercept is going to be plug 0 in for the x, so plug it in there. Don't forget all the other stuff that comes along with the problem. So 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 squared is 1, 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. So we get to right there. Our x-intercept, in this case, this is also our x-intercept, okay? So our x-intercept happens to be the same as the vertex. When we pattern graph this, we're going to use 135, but we're going to multiply everything by negative 2. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. So I'm going to go right 1 down 2. So we found the y-intercept. Left 1 down 2. Right 1 down 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Left 1 down 6. There's enough points for our parabola. And we've answered the entire question. So So this one was unique because it only touched the x-axis one time, and that often happens. Number 3, we have, or excuse me, number 6. We have y equals 1/2 x plus 3 quantity squared plus 2. Let's find the vertex. So opposite of this, and same as this. So -3 up 2. Okay, let's find our y-intercept. So I'm going to plug 0 in for the x, plug it in right there, so don't forget the 1/2 out front. So 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 squared is 9. 9 times this half is 4.5 plus 2. So we get it, find it at 6.5. So 0, 6.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a little halfway up more. All right, our pattern graph, when we look at this, we don't know if the x-intercept's going to hit yet, so let's pattern graph. So I'm going to use my 1, 3, 5, but I'm going to multiply everything by half. So half times 1 is half. Half times 3 is 1.5. Half times 5 is 2.5. So half is the same thing as 0.5, right? So if I go right one up half, left one up half, right one up 1.5, there's 0.5, 1, left one up that. So let's draw this. Will this parabola cross our x-axis? And the answer is no. So there's no solution, or no solutions, if you wanted to make it plural. All right, let's flip over to the back side. We had already taken a look at number 7 and 8 and 9 during class, but we can just go ahead and put them together. So our first problem for number 7 we'll do in red. We have -2, -4. The main thing you want to look at is when I pattern graph, did I go right one, up one, and left one, up one? The answer is yes, x is going to equal 1. Okay? So we have everything for this problem in order to solve it. And if we go y equals a, x minus h quantity squared plus k. So we had a vertex of -2 and -4. We already found our a value to be 1 because the pattern graph. I'm going to plug this in. It's going to become an opposite sign because remember it's opposite when we pull it out. And then this is the same sign. So that is our equation to that parabola. We'll do the next one in blue. So I have 2, -1. And it looks like when I pattern graph, I'm going to go right one, down 2, left one, down 2. So there's our parabola for this one, which means because we went down 2, our a value is going to be -2. So we plug into this equation. We know the a value already is -2. And then our vertex happened to be 2, -1. So when we plug it in, this +2 becomes a -2 here. This -1 stays there. That's our equation. Problem number 9. Looks like we have a vertex at -2, -3, which is there. It looks like I go right one up half, left one up half. All right, so that means my a value has to be half. So when we plug into this equation, we're going to get half for our a value. And then we found our vertex to be -2, -3. So when we plug that in, that becomes a positive because it changes signs and it stays the same. And there's our equation. Okay, number 10. We're going to have Number 10, we're going to have y equals 2x minus 4 quantity squared minus 8. We're going to get a vertex that is going to be opposite of that and same as that. So 4, negative 8. So we have our vertex. We can go ahead and get our axis of symmetry, which is, again, going to be x equals this. We could draw it in if we wanted to. No reason to, though. Let's find our y-intercept. So our y-intercept, 0, comma, something. So plug 0 in there. Don't forget all the other numbers that come along with it. So 0 minus 4 is negative 4. Negative 4 squared is negative 4 times negative 4. That's 16. 16 times 2 is 32. 32 minus 8 is 24. So that's obviously way up there. So we don't have to graph that. Let's take a look at the pattern graph before we decide if we have x-intercepts. So I'm going to use 135 for my pattern graph, but I'm going to multiply it by 2 because I have a 2 out in front. So that's going to be 2, 6, and 10. So I'm going to go right one up 2, left one up 2, right one up 6. Oh, look at that. What we just found. We found x-intercepts. Okay, if our pattern graph falls right onto it, that's great. So my x-intercepts are going to be, looks like 2, 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6, 0. Number 11, we have y equals negative x plus 2 quantity squared plus 9. We have a vertex at negative 2, positive 9. Remember, opposite same. So negative 2, positive 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's take a look at our y-intercept, see if we can get it on the graph. Plug 0 in for x. Don't forget any of the signs and numbers. So 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 squared is 4. 4 times negative is negative 4 plus 9. So that's going to give me 5. So 0, 5, 3, 4, 5. Right there. I do that right? Yep. All right, so let's go ahead and think about our pattern graph before we get our x-intercepts. So with pattern graph, it's going to be negative 1, negative 3, negative 5, right? Because we have a negative out front. So I'm going to go right one down 1, left one down 1, right one down 3, which we found the y-intercept, down 3. And let's go one more. Right one down 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so our dots actually were plotted right on the x-axis. So we have an x-intercept of 1, 0, which is right here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 5, 0 is our other x-intercept. Problem 12, last one for this page. Y equals 4x minus 1 quantity squared. So we're going to have a vertex at 1, 0 because there's nothing there. So 1, 0 is right here. What did we just find? Yes, we found an x-intercept. Good. My axis of symmetry, AOS, is x equals 1. Again, we could draw it in if we want to. The y-intercept, I'm going to plug 0 in for the x. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. So we get 0, 4 right there. Let's go ahead and pattern graph. Well, we actually know our x-intercept already. It's just the same thing as the vertex. We pattern graph, we're going to use 135 times the 4 out front. So I'm going to get 4, 12, 20. So right one up 4, left one up 4. Oh, I haven't find that. I can't go up 12 because that's going to go off the screen. So this is everything we have for our graph. Okay, we'll actually make another video that'll be for the review. I hope you have a nice day.